Welcome, everybody, to Unscripted as Fuck. This is Ann Evanston, your host and coach, and I am thrilled to have you here. I love showing badass business women off and interviewing them and having you come and listen so that you can grow and have the success that you desire in your business. And today I have with me a wonderful guest. I'm looking forward to her and her sass and sense of humor. Let me introduce to you Shannyn. She is the creator of the F-Bomb Coach, EF Bomb Coach. She has a blog, Facebook group, courses, and membership, and loves what she does. She helps neurodivergent women who feel scattered, stuck, or burned out understand how their executive function actually works so that they can create systems that feel doable versus overwhelming. Her work blends practical tools with self-acceptance because you're not lazy, stupid, or broken. Your brain just works differently. That's wonderful. Thank you, Shannyn, for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me today. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you too. So let's dive in. I love talking about sales because let's face it, we do this to make money. That's why we attach entrepreneur or business owner to our title and websites and all that. So I want to know from you, what was your biggest sales win in your own mind, right? There's no definition or rule of it. What was your biggest sales win in your business and what did it teach you?
For me, my biggest sale when it has to be just launching. I did a soft launch of my membership.
Mm.
Gosh, over a year ago, over a year ago. Um,
Mhm.
and it's a low ticket membership. I $9 for founding members because I knew I'm building, right?
Mhm.
And so it was not a lot of fanfare. I did not run ads. It was like you could get my, I was in a marketplace and it was like, I want to say $7 product. And then like my thank you page was a link to my membership. And
Mhm.
so for me to get those first few women into my membership,
Mhm.
um, no, it didn't make me rich, but it was one of those things where it was, yes, I really am on the right path. Like these
Yeah.
women absolutely need this help. And for me, it was about
Yeah.
making that executive function help like accessible to everyone, um,
Yeah.
without it being like really overwhelming. So for me, like that to me, it was low dollars, but that was the viability of absolutely, this is what you need to be doing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that because I always say to entrepreneurs, lead, be messy, go for something. How, if you're waiting for everything to be done so perfectly, you're going to wait forever
It's
because
never
as
going to
soon,
happen.
right. I mean, as soon as you think you've figured out how to sell in a funnel, you're going to be told funnels aren't cool anymore and do this instead, right?
Mhm. Right.
I mean, something's going to happen if you keep trying to learn one way. And to know that what you're wanting to do, your passion and turning it into profit, to put it out there even at a low dollar amount and people say yes, shows you I'm on to something here.
Exactly. And
And
for me, it was, yes, you can access, like, you don't have to be in my membership. You could buy my courses like individually and stuff.
Mhm.
But you get everything in my membership. But what like really for me in that membership, I was doing like monthly AMA calls, like ask me anything. And like
Mhm.
that's where like every time I would have someone show up and then I knew they were walking away with absolute value. Like they had a plan, they had something they could do. And so yeah, so for me, it was just that core group of women that started with me, most of whom are still in my membership.
Yeah.
Um, because they get the value from it. So I was like, okay, like that was a huge win for me
Yeah.
because I was unsure of it because there's a lot of noise out there when you talk about being ADHD and neurodivergent and what does that mean and how do you build a business? All like there's a lot there, a lot out
Yeah.
there.
There's
Um,
a lot.
yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't there 20 years ago for sure.
Oh, of
So
course. Yeah.
let me ask you a sassy question here. You wrote for me in the information you shared that you saying right now is it's your fuck it era.
Yep.
Okay. And you quoted it. So,
Yes.
so I quoted it for you. You say it's your fuck it era. So what does that mean for you in your business? What does that mean?
for me, that means I'm done playing small. I'm done like
Mm.
sitting in the shadows and hoping things are going to work out. Like if I see an opportunity that even remotely aligns with what I'm doing and who my audience is, I'm jumping in because the worst that anybody's going to say is no.
Yeah.
Like who are you? Okay, whatever. Then you're not my person. I'm
Yeah.
I'm on to the next one.
Bye.
Right.
On to
So
the
like
next.
I've for a long time in my life and in my all of my careers, all the jobs that I've had, I've always been very much play it safe, not a risk taker. Um, not really putting myself out there, just like
Mm,
keeping it close to the vest. And I'm like, no, man, I'm old. I'm done with this shit.
I love it. I'm over it.
I'm
Like
over
me,
it.
don't
Yeah,
like me, whatever, right? Yeah,
exactly. And I don't care if you don't like me.
yeah, it's
That's fine.
okay. Yeah, it's okay that I'm not your favorite flavor. I'm good with it, right?
Yep.
You know what else you said though that I really appreciated was the part about I'm going for it. If it even remotely feels like it's my vibe, my tribe, I'm going for more. I'm saying yes to more. And
Yep.
they can say no, they can tell me no, but the other side of that that's so important to hear in that message, those of you listening, you need to hear from Shannyn that if you keep saying no, it's always a no, it's never a yes.
Right. Because sometimes you throw something out there and you get that yes. And
Yeah.
you have that moment of like, oh my God, they said yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Even me doing interviews for this show, I'm sure there are women who look at it and go, oh no, I'm not ready to be interviewed yet. Well,
Hmm.
you just made it a no, not a
Right.
yes. Right.
Right. You're making
Yeah.
the decision for them because
Yeah.
you're not putting yourself out there. And that's why I'm like, no, I'm done with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I love that. That's beautiful. Okay. So some self-love. You also use the phrase self-acceptance in things that you wrote about what you do with women and in your business. What is one thing you, though, needed to accept about you to be better at what you do?
Um, that's a tough one. Because a lot of people like one of the first questions a lot of people will ask me is like, but are you ADHD? Are you neurodivergent? And like that, like I kind of shrug at that because like am I diagnosed with anything? No.
Mm-hmm.
But having raised three neurodivergent kids, they are
Mm-hmm.
all adults now, and they absolutely will look at me like, you're not, you're not what, mom? Because they start seeing things like they have their own stuff. They've got all the coping mechanisms and strategies they need. I mean,
Yeah.
I've put in the work. They're successful adults.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Um, but it is absolutely like when they now understand, oh, this is,
So
a
I'm going to
characteristic
shift
of
you back.
ADHD, then they look at me.
I'm challenge you back now though, because you're talking about your kids. And that's not self-love, that's
Right,
other love.
right. But that's what I'm saying. Like for me to be able to then listen to that and say, maybe I am a little neurospicy, even though I don't have the exact diagnosis. Maybe
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. Yeah.
why I click so well when I'm working with clients, why I can
Yeah.
talk to them because I get it. I always attribute
Okay.
it to I've got the kids, I've got the degree, but I
You're
really
right.
think like at this point in my life, I'm like, okay, I'm Gen X. Everybody forgot about us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Girls were not diagnosed with anything. So
Mm.
is it a pretty good probability that I got something going on? Yes. But and that's one of those things that for my entire life, I'm like, no, I am like normal.
Mm.
I'm neurotypical because I can
Mm.
do the things. I just think that I am high functioning, very high achieving because that's the way I grew up.
So accepting that for you has
Accepting,
been
yes.
important in your life. Yeah.
Mhm.
I love that.
Accepting that I am probably every bit as neurodivergent as all of the
I
people
love
that I'm
that.
hanging out with.
Okay, since we're pushing our time, I'm going to push you a little faster here
All right.
because I want to hit my mark and honor my audience. So, word association or finish the sentence for me. Boundaries are
Important.
sleep in late or get up early.
Sleep in late, maybe because I'm not a morning person, but I don't really sleep long either.
You want to get it in, get it done too, right?
Right.
That's a part of growing older. Okay. So if you had my Japanese katana sword in your hand right now, you would cut through what?
All of the bullshit chaos in my life.
Just take
Yep,
it
just
out.
gone so that I could just be able to think freely and do what I need to do without all of the extra crap.
I love it. Fabulous. Yes. Okay. So I love that you came and did this here with us. Thank you so much. And please share with my audience, how do you want them to find you? They've got the link to any offers and things you have below, but do you want to tell them what it's about?
Best way to find me is to go to my website, which is fbombcoach.com. So EF for executive function, but also because, I swear.
Mhm.
And you can find all my freebies there. You can find, links to all of my courses and stuff like that. If like reading gets you down and you're like, I don't want to look at a wall of text, Shannyn. I have a YouTube channel that has like my podcast where I've actually have the audio of my blog post so you can just listen. And then
Okay.
I also have some videos and some shorts there. So if you want something really quick and fast, it's there.
So
But
there,
my
and all of
website
those
has
links,
everything.
yeah, and all of those links she gave me, guys. So if you look down below the video, she's got those links for you there. This was wonderful. You're fabulous. I know I pushed that 7 to 10 minutes, but I'm mic dropping because we're hitting it right now. Thank you so much, Shannyn. You were fabulous. And everybody, please hit that subscribe button and come back and see us tomorrow. And join me at the Badassery Business Group on Facebook. Have a good day, everybody.